Hey, this is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life on a very sunny afternoon with the sun overhead going over to the Gulf for eventual sunset, but I can see myself in the camera and it's very bright. This is a word for the day, and the word for today, October 16th, 2024, is throughout each day. And here is the quote: "This is not an overnight matter. It should continue all our lifetime." And that is from Alcoholics Anonymous, page 84. A very short daily reflection. During my early years in AA, I saw step 10 as a suggestion. I periodically look at my behavior and reactions. If there was something wrong, I should admit it. If an apology was necessary, I should give one. After a few years of sobriety, I should undertake a self-examination more frequently. Not until several more years of sobriety had elapsed did I realize the full meaning of step 10 and the word continued. Continued does not mean occasionally or frequently. It means throughout each day. Yes, this is really important. It's not exactly an easy process, and it wasn't for me. So, for me, I try to get out of it rather than promptly admit something. Try to examine it and see if there's any way I could come out in a better light than what it should be. We're always checking ourselves spiritually because alcoholism is a spiritual disease. I had a difficult time looking at all the carnage I had caused in my drinking coming from a spiritual disruption in myself. I blamed it on the alcohol. But it was a spiritual disconnect with God's will for me. And it was crucial that I consider that. I have far fewer connections with people now that I'm retired, and most of the days I'm here at home, or I go to a movie, or I do teach math at the library, GED math. But for the most part, it's not as many interactions as I would get like during a work day. So one, I have more time to reflect, and two, I have less people to annoy unless I do it online. Now that's a whole nother thing that didn't even exist when I started in AA, because we have to consider our online interactions. Bullying, gaslighting people, and sometimes that stuff was so overwhelming for me that it was very difficult for me. And it takes some discipline to do it constantly during the day. I don't mean really constantly, because you can't do it constantly. You have other things to do. But you take, the beginning when you start out in the morning. Maybe when you get home from work, take a few minutes, and before you go to bed. Yeah, at least that's my take on it, because if all you kept doing was thinking about what you've done during the day, that's all you would do. You become a thinking machine. It is very much easier for me now to apologize. In the beginning, that was very difficult. I knew I had to do it, but it was difficult to do it. And it took some practice. And actually, I think when I became a nurse, there were a bunch of things that I didn't want to do, but you have to do for the welfare of a patient. And I kind of carried that through in my life, that, you know, I need to do this. And I did it. So this sets us on the path of really realizing that alcoholism is a spiritual disease, and we have to check our spiritual health often each day, so that it doesn't deteriorate. And I have to do it in an honest fashion. I can't try to minimize what I did. When you're learning, that's what I did. You know, I try to say, well, it was 50% my fault, 50% their fault. And then you come up with a half-baked apology, and it'd be a lot easier to say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it, and don't get into the percentage game. That way you can talk yourself out of apologizing. So that's it for today. I hope you have a very safe October 16th. Columbus Day holiday is over. I think Thanksgiving's going to be here very fast. I went into Walmart to get my prescriptions, and they already got all the Christmas stuff out. And Halloween is yet to come, the 31st. So have a safe day. And I'll try not to wait so late to record this, because it's right in my face. And I'm even turned sideways. I'm not facing the Gulf directly. Okay, see you tomorrow.